Hey everyone, today we're taking a deep dive into something called My Church System.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, have you heard of it?
I haven't. No, tell me more.
Well, it's this new platform specifically designed to help churches in Ghana.
Okay, so it's like church management software.
Exactly. It's all about streamlining administration, boosting community engagement, all that good stuff.
Makes sense. Churches can definitely benefit from technology like that.
Right, and we've got a ton of info on its features, the costs, what it can actually do for a church.
I'm all ears. Let's dive in.
So first things first, what exactly is My Church System?
Well, from what I've gathered, it's trying to bridge the gap between traditional church operations and the need for modern, efficient tools.
Yeah, they talk about wanting to ease the burden on church leaders, all that admin stuff.
So they can focus on the more important things, ministry and community building.
Exactly. And get this, they even have ambitions to make this system accessible to churches globally, not just in Ghana.
Wow, that's a big goal. But it's awesome they're thinking that big.
It is. But let's get into the nitty-gritty. What does this system actually do? They've got this thing called member management. Sounds pretty important.
It's more than just keeping track of names and numbers. It's like having detailed profiles for each member, seeing their attendance, even visualizing their journey within the church.
Member journey. Okay, now you have to explain that one.
Think of it as a visual map of how members interact with the church. Someone attends a service for the first time, they sign up for a newsletter, join a small group, it's all tracked, creating a map of their engagement.
So you can see patterns, like if people drop off after a few visits or what events are bringing in new faces.
Exactly. It's about understanding those trends and using that data to create a more personalized and engaging experience.
That's really smart. Data can be so powerful when it's used, right?
Absolutely. It's about moving beyond just knowing that someone came to understanding why they came and what keeps them coming back.
Okay, so that's member management, but churches need more than just member details, right? What about finances?
They've got a financial management feature for that, streamlines tracking donations, expenses, even integrates mobile money giving, which is huge in Ghana.
Oh yeah, Momo integration is essential these days.
It is. But it's not just basic bookkeeping. You can generate reports, see
So it's like having a financial advisor built right in.
pretty much. It helps you make smart decisions and be strategic with your resources.
I like it. Okay, finances are handled, members are mapped. What about communication? Keeping everyone in the loop is crucial for any church.
They've got that covered too. SMS, in-app messaging, targeted announcements, you name it.
So it's like a one-stop shop for keeping everyone connected.
Exactly.
That's for sure. But with all this information being managed digitally, what about security and data privacy? People will definitely want to know about that.
Good point. And they seem to address that head on. They talk about encryption, access controls, regular backups, and using cloud infrastructure.
That's good to hear. Security is so important, especially when dealing with sensitive information.
Absolutely. It seems like they're taking it seriously, which is reassuring.
Okay, so they've got the features covered, but all this tech wizardry probably comes at a price, right? Let's talk about their pricing plans.
They have a tiered system, starting with a plan called Genesis.
Genesis, huh? Sounds biblical.
It's actually a free option for churches just starting out, up to 40 members.
Oh, wow. Free is always a good starting point, especially for smaller churches.
Right. You get basic member management, attendance tracking, reporting. It's a good way to test the waters.
I like that. But what if you need something a little more robust? What's the next step up?
That would be the bronze plan. It goes up to 300 members and costs GH 150.00 per month.
Okay, not bad. So bronze gives you more capacity. What else?
You get bulk member uploads, advanced reporting, event management, those kinds of features.
Got it. So bronze stucks it up a notch. What comes after that?
Then you have silver, and they actually label this one as most popular.
Most popular. Interesting. Why do you think that is?
Well, it covers up to 600 members and costs GH 300.00 per month. But on top of all the bronze features,
There's got to be something else, right?
you also get financial management, SMS notifications, a follow-up system, even the ability to create custom groups.
Ah, so it's packed with features churches find really valuable, making it a popular choice.
Makes sense. It seems to strike a good balance between features and affordability.
So silver is like the sweet spot. Okay, now I'm curious, what's at the top tier? What's the premium option?
That would be Gold, their top-of-the-line plan for churches with up to 1,500 members.
1,500. That's a lot of members. What's the damage for that?
It's GH 700.00 per month.
Okay, so it's an investment, but what do you get for that price?
All the silver features, plus email notifications, priority support, advanced analytics, data backups, even stronger security features.
So it's for those churches that are really serious about their digital presence?
Exactly. They're going all in on the digital experience.
I can see that, but what about churches that have unique needs? Things that might not fit neatly into these pre-made plans.
It looks like My Church System offers custom solutions as well.
Oh, really? So they're willing to tailor things?
It seems that way. Churches can customize branding, features, and support based on their specific requirements.
That's great. It shows they're flexible and willing to cater to a variety of churches.
It really does. It speaks to their commitment to truly serving the needs of the church community.
All right, so let's say a church leader is listening to this and they're intrigued. What's their next step? How do they get started?
Simple. Head over to app.mychurchsystem.com to register.
Easy peasy. But what if they run into trouble or have questions along the way? What kind of support do they offer?
They've got several options: WhatsApp, email, or they can call +233 501 305 096.
Oh, so they have a dedicated phone line.
They do, and they even list specific support hours for each day of the week, which is helpful.
That's great. So they've got all their bases covered. We've talked about a bunch of features already, but is there anything we missed? Any hidden gems?
There are definitely some interesting extras. For instance, they offer daily devotionals and service reminders via SMS.
Oh, that's a nice touch. Keeps people engaged even outside of service times.
Right, and they also have features for children's registration and family management.
So they're really thinking about families, making them feel welcome and involved.
Exactly, and there's a follow-up system too, so churches can better nurture relationships with their members.
It's all about building that sense of community and providing personalized care.
Absolutely. They've even got features for managing specific ministries or groups within the church.
So they've thought of everything. Plus, you can access it all from various devices, so it's convenient for busy church leaders.
Exactly. It's designed to be flexible and accessible no matter where you are.
Well, this is really shaping up to be a comprehensive solution. It sounds like My Church System has everything a church might need to thrive in today's digital world.
I think so. They've really thought about the needs of churches and how technology can be used to support their mission.
It's impressive, but I want to shift gears a bit and talk about the bigger picture. What kind of impact could a system like this have on a church community?
That's where it gets really interesting. By streamlining all those administrative tasks, My Church System can free up church leaders to focus on their true calling.
You mean nurturing their community and spreading their message?
Exactly. Imagine leaders having more time for pastoral care, crafting engaging sermons, organizing outreach programs. It's about empowering them to make a real difference.
That's powerful. It's not just about managing data, it's about empowering leaders to be more present and impactful in their communities.
Exactly. And that can have a ripple effect, leading to a more connected and engaged church community as a whole.
I love that, a ripple effect. So it's about using technology to create positive change, both within the church and in the wider community.
Absolutely. It's about leveraging technology to serve a greater purpose.
Well said. Now, we've covered a lot in this first part of our... I want to circle back to that silver plan we mentioned, the most popular one.
Oh yeah, that one definitely seems to have caught people's attention.
It has, and I'm curious to dig a little deeper and understand why so many churches seem drawn to that particular plan. Maybe it's that balance of features and affordability?
I think you're right. It seems to offer a suite of features that directly address the core needs of many churches without breaking the bank.
Those core features, like the financial management communication tools and that follow-up system, those can be game changers for a church.
They can, and for many churches, those features might be the key to unlocking a whole new level of efficiency and engagement.
Well said. Now, I know we've still got a lot more to explore, but I think this is a good place to pause for now. We've laid the groundwork, explored the features, and even touched on the potential impact of My Church System.
It's been a great start. We've covered a lot of ground already.
We have. When we come back, I want to dive deeper into that silver plan and see what makes it so popular. We'll also explore some of those additional features you mentioned and discuss how they can enhance a church's digital presence. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Before we jump back into those pricing plans, I want to pick up on something you mentioned earlier about the impact of this kind of system. You were talking about freeing up church leaders to focus on their true calling.
Yeah. Instead of getting bogged down with admin work, they'd have more time for things like pastoral care, visiting the sick, really being there for their community.
It's almost like giving them the gift of time.
It is really more time to connect, to counsel, to really make a difference.
And I imagine that extra time would translate into a more vibrant and connected community overall.
Absolutely. It shifts the focus from those administrative burdens to meaningful engagement with people.
I see that. So it's not just about making things easier for the leaders, it's about benefiting the whole community.
Exactly. It makes you think about the power of technology when it's used intentionally to serve a purpose.
It really does. Okay, let's get back to those pricing plans. That silver plan really stood out to me. You said it's the most popular, and I can see why.
Yeah, it seems to be a sweet spot for a lot of churches. You get features like financial management, SMS notifications, even a follow-up system.
And all for a reasonable price, right?
Yeah, GH 300.00 a month, which seems pretty fair for what you get.
Okay, let's break down those features a bit more. I'm particularly interested in that follow-up system. What exactly does that entail?
Well, it helps churches stay connected with their members in a more personal way. Like, let's say someone visits your church for the first time.
Okay.
You can use the follow-up system to send them a welcome message, maybe check in on them, see how they're doing, or even invite them to an event that might be relevant to them.
So it's not just sending out mass emails. It's about creating personalized interactions.
Exactly. It's about building relationships, making people feel seen and valued.
That can make a huge difference, especially these days when it's so easy to feel lost in the crowd.
I agree. And with the SMS notification feature, you can send out reminders about upcoming events, share important announcements, even just send a quick encouraging message for someone who might need it.
It's like having a direct line of communication with your community.
It is. And then, of course, there's the financial management piece, which goes beyond just keeping your books balanced. Now, while the Silver plan is popular, I think it's worth mentioning that the Genesis plan is a great starting point for smaller churches or those just beginning their digital journey.
Yeah, getting those core features for free is a huge plus.
It is. And for those who need more, there's always the Bold plan or even those custom solutions.
So they've got options for everyone, which is great.
They really do. They seem committed to finding the right fit for each church.
Okay, I want to switch gears a bit and talk about those extra features you mentioned. You were saying something about daily devotionals.
Yeah, they offer daily devotionals and service reminders via SMS.
Oh, wow. So it's not just about managing the day-to-day. It's also about nurturing people's faith.
Exactly. Those little touches can make a big difference. Exactly. It gives them the tools to be proactive and take control of their future.
That's great. We've covered a lot in this deep dive, specific features, the impact of technology on churches.
It's been a fascinating conversation.
It has, but I feel like there's one piece missing. We've talked about how this system can help churches today, but what about the bigger picture? How do you see technology shaping the future of religion, not just in Ghana, but globally?
Ooh, that's a big question. I think we're just scratching the surface, honestly.
Like, what kind of innovations can we expect to see down the line?
Well, I think we'll see more blurring of the lines between the physical and digital worlds, maybe virtual reality worship experiences, AI chatbots, offering spiritual guidance, things like that.
Wow, that's pretty mind-blowing. But how do churches make sure they're using technology in a way that aligns with their values?
That's the key, right? It's not about embracing every new gadget. It's about being intentional. Churches need to ask themselves how each tool supports their mission, enhances their community.
It's about being mindful and making strategic choices.
Exactly. The churches that thrive will be the ones who find that balance between innovation and staying true to their core values.
Well said. Okay, we've explored a lot of interesting ideas here, but before we wrap up, let's bring it back to my church system.
Right. How does it all fit into this bigger picture?
Exactly. I mean, it's clearly playing a role in shaping the future of churches in Ghana.
It is. It's giving them the tools to adapt and thrive in a digital world.
And doing so in a way that's sensitive to the Ghanaian context, which I think is important.
Definitely. It's not just a one-size-fits-all solution. It's tailored to their specific needs.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground today. From the Silver Plan's popularity to the future of technology and faith, we've really delved into my church system and its potential.
It's been a great discussion. I feel like we've only just scratched the surface.
We have. When we come back for our final part, I want to synthesize what we've learned and offer some concluding thoughts on how systems like my church system can empower churches to thrive in this digital age. So stay tuned for our final thoughts and takeaways.
All right, welcome back. We've spent a lot of time talking about my church system, all its features, all its potential. Now it's time to bring it all together, see what we've learned.
It's been quite a journey, hasn't it? From those nitty-gritty details of member management to big picture ideas about technology and faith.
It really has. And what struck me is that this system isn't just some cold piece of software. It seems designed to actually help churches become more human. Yeah, I see that. We often think of technology as isolating, but here it's almost the opposite, right? It's about giving church leaders the time, the tools to connect more deeply with their community.
Like you said before, giving them superpowers, more time for pastoral care, more personalized communication.
Exactly. And it's not replacing those human elements we love about church, the warmth, the shared faith. It's more like enhancing them.
We talked about that Silver Plan being so popular, and I get it. It seems to give churches those key features, like the follow-up system, the financial clarity, without being too complex or expensive.
It's like that perfect stepping stone for churches. They can start with Genesis, get comfortable, then as they grow, bump up to silver, maybe even gold down the line. It grows with them.
And I think what's really exciting is this move towards data-driven decisions. Churches can actually see what's working, what their community needs.
It takes out the guesswork, right? They can see which programs have impact, what events draw people in.
It's like they're finally getting access to information that was always there but hidden.
And that knowledge is powerful.
It is, but like any powerful tool, it's about how you use it. We talked about those future trends, virtual reality worship, AI guidance. Makes you wonder.
Where's the line? How do churches embrace those innovations while staying true to their values?
That's the big question. No easy answers there. But I think that my church system shows us is that technology at its best serves the human spirit. It doesn't replace it.
Couldn't agree more. It's about using tech to amplify your message, to reach more people, to strengthen your community.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with this thought. Imagine your church not just surviving in this digital age, but truly thriving.
Picture it: deeper connections, leaders with more time to focus on their calling, decisions made with insight.
That's a powerful image, and it's within reach right now. We encourage you to check out My Church System at app.mychurchsystem.com and see if it's right for you.
It might be, or maybe it's some other innovation out there. The point is, embrace technology thoughtfully. Use it to empower your community.
Well said. Thanks for joining us on this journey, everyone. Until next time.